Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman. As you can see right next to me, our clothes rack has finally broke. So this clothes rack has served us well for at least 10 years, maybe 15, and it's one of my my mom's favorites. Now, if you've seen our videos, then you would know that our dryer and our clothes rack broke at the same time. So my mom was looking online for a replacement, and basically she was looking for the qualities that this one had. It was foldable, and she wanted something more versatile, something that, like, if it was raining, you could just pick up and put it in the patio, because for this clothesline, since it's in a hole, you would have to take the clothes off before you could put it somewhere else. However, she did find something, which we'll get to later. So first, let's look on what broke on this clothes rack. Being a fixer-upper guy, looking at this, I just know it's not fixable, because if you look at this, these parts are supposed to go on here. But even if we put them back on, it would probably not work, because this being one piece is probably what makes it the most strongest. And you can see right here, we tried what every fixer-upper will eventually do, using duct tape. That didn't work out. But we finally found a replacement, and that's this green drying rack system. And you can see it in the back in that box over there. Let's go check it out. So this video is just showing how to assemble it and install the unit. And it's just an honest review of what we think of it, like the good, the bad, and ugly. Not what the brochure says, what we think about it. And what we think about it is that, looking at the box right now, it looks really easy to install, to assemble. And looking at the instructions, it actually does. There's only 3 pages of instructions. Alright, so first they have a parts list, so let's just take everything out to make sure that we have all the parts. So first they have the rack hinge pins. I'm gonna take these out anyway. These are the rack connectors. We have 6 of them. These are the rack hinge pins, the white ones. These are the swivel coaster wheels, 8 of them. We have 12 of these, I think. Side hangers, 2 of them, so that's good. I guess I'll just take this out anyway. Oh, there are 6 of these. Drying racks, so 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Support bars, upper and lower. So 2 upper supports and 2 lower support. I think this is an extra one, just in case we lose one of them, maybe. Huh. Okay. And finally, the base of foldable legs. Okay. So let's get that out of the way and try to assemble it. So my dad seems to think this is the top bar, and on the picture, there isn't a top bar. So during the assembly, it might have a different use, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it actually does say top bar, but it doesn't say on the pictures. So maybe they can improve on that. They probably want to add that to the instructions, because we didn't even know if that was supposed to be in there. We didn't know if that was optional, but during the assembly we should see if that goes on top, but on the instructions there is no top. So first you're going to take the base, you're gonna fold it, I guess. You're going to insert the wheels to the base. Okay. So do they just snap on? They don't really tell you. Okay, I'm guessing they snap on, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so they just snap on, so pretty easy assembly. No screwdrivers required. I kind of like that, actually. Alright, so let's see if any of them fall out. Doesn't look like any of them fall out. That's pretty good. I kind of like the way it snaps. They should probably tell you that though. Next, you take the lower bar and you insert it into the upper bar. So this is the upper bar and this is the lower bar. They're a bit shorter. So on the instructions, you insert the lower bar, which is, you insert the tapered end. I mean, not really tapered, but the smaller end into the upper bar. So this definitely goes into here because it says the tapered end goes in. But looking at here, it looks like this is the top side, and this is where the, because it says top on it, and this is where it goes on. But that step comes later, so we'll move on to that later. So we're going to do this 2 times, with the bars. See, I always like assembling things like furniture, especially from like IKEA. I always like following instructions because it's fun, you know? That's why I like to build with Legos. Next is the base and main support bar. So you fully insert the assembled bars to the base. Make sure the white cap is on the top. So that means we can swing these around. Ooh, these also lock. See? That's pretty good. I like that. And they're easily foldable too. So if we need to put it back inside, then it's all good. Alright, that's pretty good. Make sure the white cap's on the top. They make sure to emphasize that in the instructions, so that's good. So that means I do it one at a time. Alright. Insert that. I'm not sure how far it's supposed to go, but that shouldn't be a problem. Next is putting on the racks. So these are there. So you just put tape for these ones, so you can just rip them apart. You slide the racks into the connector. So it goes like this, right? Top, right. Make sure you look at the top and bottom. Top, bottom, top, bottom. This says lock, unlock. But I'm guessing the idea of these lock and unlock, therefore when you already put them on and when you want to swing them, so you pull them back to unlock them and swivel. So that's good. After that you put the pins in. So it says to put both of them on first, so put them on anyway. Top. Okay. Pretty easy assembly actually. They say to put both racks on before putting the pins in, but it'd probably be easier to put the pins in first. It doesn't matter. They're both the same thing, just different ways of approaching it. The thing with assembling furniture, there's instructions, but you can always do it the way you want to, as long as you know it's right. So the instructions say you put the rack, both of the racks on, and then you put the pins on, but I'm saying that we should put the pins on first, because that makes sure that it's locked in when you put the other one on. It also says to put on the racks and then you can put the connectors onto the bars, but my dad seems to think that if you put the connectors on first, it's going to make it easier. Okay. These are the pins, by the way. They kind of look like golf tees, but smaller. And then we can put on the other end. Should probably back up too. Mind the... Okay. I wonder what witty comments Azami would make if he was here. But he's an electrical engineer. I'm more of a mechanical engineer, so this is right up my alley. Zami would probably be like, you could add something to this that would make it better. Like add lights to it. Alright, let me just test out the unlock thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. So this is the idea. So when you unlock it, it's supposed to roll like this. So I'm just gonna lock it again. And it locks and unlocks pretty good. Not that much force required. And then after that, you put the... Okay, you just put it in the bars. So, if you're tall, this is probably easy. But if you're short, like my mom, it's probably not.
Aiman, what you doing?
What's up?
What's that?
This is a clothes dryer. So when you put it...
Dryer?
Yeah. When you put it down, you want to make sure that
That's
these are
fancy.
up so that you can put them down. This is what locks the racks in place. So it helps you adjust their height. So let's put it down here and just see how good it is at locking the coat rack in place. See, this went out before the bars did. I mean, before the rack did. So it's really good at locking in. That's pretty good quality. Alright, so first I'm gonna slide in the racks all the way down because I want to know what adjustment in height my mom wants to make. Because I don't know how high she wants it to be. Maybe I'll just put it right here. Then. Pretty easy to slide to, not much force required. So just the right amount of friction. I like that. Alright, so I was gonna mention this earlier, but as you notice, there's no way to tell if both of these bars are level, unlike on this bar right here. So a recommendation to the company, if they're watching this, would be to use this kind of metal and to add like rings so that you could measure and be able to make sure that they're on the same level. So continuing on with the assembly. Oh, I want to demonstrate this. So I was demonstrating this earlier, but this is what I mean by unlock. So it swivels like this. That's pretty cool. You know, it's always a fascinating thing moving furniture. I like compact furniture that becomes really big. Okay, so you just repeat that step with the other connectors. So what my dad said would be easy is to put the connectors on first. So actually, what would probably be easier if we put both of them on so that it doesn't like turn around. So put both of the connectors on, make sure they're in the right orientation. Where are they going? Alright. And then we can put them on. So yeah, this is definitely easier. Wait. I have to unlock these first. Okay, put that there for now, because that's where it is on the diagram. And yeah, I'm not sure where actually it's level. So I'm just gonna do it by eyeball and hope it's level. So yeah, definitely adding the rings would be a good addition. Okay, I think that's level. Because you don't want to break it. Hold on. This wasn't on the instructions. So this rack is different in that it has these other sock hangers on it. So I don't know if this goes on the... This probably goes on the top actually. But these are different. They don't say that in the instructions though. Wait, they don't even have it in the... They don't even have it in the diagram. None of these racks have 2 extra sock hooks. So I guess like... It's... You don't know it, but... I guess it's a welcome because it's extra sock hooks, so... Who says no to extra sock hooks, right? So I'm guessing it goes on top though. Now we can put on the pins. And even right now, without the pins, they stay on pretty good. I guess the pins are for when you unlock them though. I bet if I wasn't doing a video, I could probably assemble this in like 10 minutes tops, because it's actually really easy assembly. But who knows, maybe I'll mess up sometime. I always do that when I assemble furniture. Miss the instructions and mess up somewhere. Alright, so we're just gonna try to cut down the time a bit, and we should be able to do that by just putting this down on top, because we already made our leveling with this bar, so we should be able to use that as a guide. So we shouldn't have too much trouble with putting this in. And if it falls, then it's gonna go on this anyway. So there's no big deal. And just gotta lift it a bit so I can fit it in. Maybe I made it harder because okay, fits. And screws on. Oh, so it's not like the other racks, because this one's tilted. It's tilted like this. All right, let me just show you on the other side. So if you see on this side, this is how it's supposed to connect. So this is where it's flat. So that means it's leveled instead of flat like this. So that means this definitely goes on the top. But they don't show it in the diagram. So that confused us for a bit, but not too bad. But they should definitely add it to the instructions next time. What's up, cats? Okay. So as far as they provide 2 extra pins. Yeah. As far as assembly goes, not too hard, but it does get confusing due to the instructions not including some things. But we finally got to here, so I think in the end it was worth it. So put on these. After this step, we put on some extra side hangers, and they don't have any tricky assembly required. They actually just go on, and I'll show you what that looks like. Probably what you'll spend the most force on is actually putting the pins in. Finally, the last step is attaching the side hangers. So I'm just gonna slide this up so that we can put it in our preferred height. At the top should be good. Or maybe my mom can't reach it. Oh yeah, no, not at the top, because there's gonna be a bar on the top. Alright, lock that in. Even so, my mom couldn't reach it on the top. And wow, so last step is the side hangers, and they show you how to do it. There's no assembly required, so you just put it in at an angle and then put it on. So this is basically what they're saying. They're saying that you take the side hanger, and on one side it's cut out on here, and on the other side it's cut out on the opposite side. So putting it on, you're gonna put it on like this, so that the side with the cutout on here is gonna be on this side. See? Pretty snappy. I like that. So as for adjustment, it's a bit hard to adjust, but maybe that's because they want you to adjust it like this. You don't have to slide it. I like that. That's actually a pretty cool way to put it on. Huh. That's pretty nifty. I guess these are optional side hangers though. You could always just have the main unit if you wanted. So putting it on the other side. And if you just want to adjust it by sliding it, you can just do it by twisting it. And there's nothing else except for this, but as you can see, they don't have it on the instructions. Or maybe they do and just got ripped out. Or not. Okay. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna clean everything up first, and then I'm gonna just demonstrate how it works. Alright, so I think this top is to make sure that the bars are all straight and they're in the right orientation. So everything's good. And on the instructions, they tell you how to fold it and stow it away. So after we clean everything up. Alright, so talking about the good features of it, really light. Matt, do you want to try this with me? Really versatile. I like the assembly. It was really easy. I like the parts. I like how, even though they didn't say in the instructions, how it came with these different parts, like the top bar, and this rack is different than this rack. And I don't know what these holes are for, but my mom suggested it was for hangers. So I really like that these parts are, you know, different, but they're a good kind of different. And it's also made for flat indoor surfaces and not like outdoor surfaces like what we're using it for. But if it is for flat surfaces, they don't have like a locking mechanism, so it can just like roll away easily. Alright, so while I demonstrate its folding capabilities, I just want to talk about what I didn't talk about in the video. So, first off, this drying rack is made in Korea. And Korea, I heard, is really good, because in Korea, I heard they make really good cars, and also Samsung and Hyundai comes from Korea. So how can it not be good? Also, it has stainless steel, which means it shouldn't rust. And finally, one thing I noticed about it is that it's really flimsy. However, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. My mom spent like 3 days researching it, and she chose this as the best one. So, what do you think about it, Mom?
We'll see.
And this was around $60 in total. For our dryer, it costs around $1.75 to $1 to use it every time for our electricity usage. And that means that since this costed $60, it would take around 60 full uses of this clothes rack in order to make up for its cost. So I think it's gonna last us as long as the other one, though. I don't know. My is a bit pessimistic, but I have hope for this one. This one's also rotatable too. So as you can see, you can fold the bases around, so it's like really flat, and you can store it against the wall. You gotta be careful though, because it's really unstable. So I'm just gonna line this up against the wall before we use it again. One more thing is that it's really light. I can carry it with one hand, and my mom can even carry it. It's really lightweight. However, my dad doesn't like that. He likes heavy-duty stuff. He likes the really heavy metal stuff. But you know, I really like it. I like the assembly, and I think they could do a bit of improvement on the instructions. But overall, it's a great quality product. And I guess that's the good, the bad, and ugly. I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the review videos. Signing out. Peace.